Hey, what's up? This is Josh. It's been a long time since I've done some kind of update on my systems here. So I've had some trouble uploading to YouTube for some reason from my phone. So we'll see if this one works, and if not, I'll have to do a low quality upload. So as you can see, here's the top tank with some of my breeding fish. There's my male, and I've got some pregnant females. There's one down here, and she's holding some eggs. As you can see, her mouth's a little large, and then she's also holding eggs. She likes to be on camera quite a bit, so she's coming over here to chill. So those are the breeders that I have here in this top tank, and I have some breeders down here as well. Here's one of the males, well, the male that's in this tank down here, and some of his female counterparts. There's one pregnant one down there, I think. And I had to clean out this system because there was it just needed to be cleaned. This is my oldest aquaponics system that I have here, and I didn't have a pre-filter, which I will be installing on that hose there so that it will filter out all the solids that come in here. This kind of was on accident that I have this plant here. I threw some rock in here, some extra rock on the top, and threw some, I guess it's a cucumber seed, and it sort of came up. I've also got some kale growing in here as well. But, you know, it works out really well that things just randomly come up. I also have some other kale that I transplanted in here as well. So it's starting to flower. I think it's cucumber. I haven't seen any flowers come up that have any fruit on them or potential fruit on them yet. So I guess we'll kind of see how that turns out. But yeah, this system is my oldest one, and it was needed cleaning, so I did some cleaning with it. And there's this tank that I hold a lot of babies in. Right now it's empty because I just shipped some out last night. And so this room is all my old systems and everything that was originally done in here. And I guess it's close to maybe a little over, no, not even a year. I don't know how old these tanks are. So, but in the other room I did quite a bit of updates for anybody who's followed me before. This room here is a ton of stuff in here. Stuff that you guys probably won't recognize, but this is my lettuce grow bed here. I've got butter crunch lettuce growing here, and this has been growing for quite a while. I've been eating it for almost a couple months now. I've got some fish down in here just to test out the waters, because I had a nitrite poisoning issue here before, because I cleaned out this pre-filter that I was explaining to you before that I was going to install. I cleaned it out really well, and it turned out I cleaned it out a little too well, and killed a lot of the bacteria in there. So I didn't have any good nitrite bacteria to convert to nitrates. So, but not a big deal. The water's, I guess, doing well for now. These are some red Nile tilapia that are in there, and they're fingerlings right now, and they're doing really well. I have the bulk of the red Niles right in this tank here. There's quite a bit of them. They're going pretty nuts. And then I also have some Mozambique tilapia in here. These guys they're pretty serious eaters. And then here I have some white Nile babies that I'm going to keep to grow up with fingerlings to either use in my own systems or sell. And there's some other fingerlings that I have. They're a little bit larger. They're also white Nile fingerlings, and they're really doing all that well. They're doing really well. There's some fingerlings down here too that I put in this bottom tank. There should be quite a bit of them down there, if you can see. I'm just trying, you know, I've got plenty of room, so I might as well, you know, start growing out more fish. So this whole setup is new. They're 4 20-gallon tanks. I drilled them all. You can see back there, there's a standpipe that's up. I drilled all of those holes there with a diamond bit drill, and I put these bulkheads in there that I got at bulkreefsupply.com. Great place to buy bulkheads. And then I guess there's a pump down here that pumps up, and I've got something to drain the tank there, and then it pumps up to there, and then goes down to this sort of manifold here. I have these pointed up because I'm not really recirculating in these 2 tanks, mainly just because I didn't want to mix the whites, because sometimes the whites will get stuck in that pump and they'll come up here, and then bam, I've got some whites in this tank, you know. So I didn't want to mix any of the breeds. Don't want to interbreeds with the strains, different strains. Keep them all pure. And these two tanks here I have it running because, well, these are all white Nile ones, and just kind of overflows then down into that the bottom tank. So this whole setup, you know, took a while to get running and get perfected, but so far it's proved to be really useful. It's a 1-inch PVC, and it overflows really nice down in the bottom tank. So that's a 55-gallon. But yeah, this setup is pretty simple here. You know, I've got my lettuce that I eat every day. I have a salad every day for lunch, and it all comes from here. I'm also growing some watercress outside, which I can show you. So this room, check. That's where I house all of my babies and whatnot for whenever I go to ship them out and sell them and whatnot. And then, if we go out to the garage, yeah, I've got a pretty big setup going on in here. As you can see, this is where one of my systems, it's kind of older, I guess you could say. There's some white Nile fingerlings in here. I don't know if you'll be able to see them very well. There's also some goldfish in there too. They're kind of my test fish to see whether or not water's safe to put my tilapia in, which I have one testing out one of these tanks over here that I'll show you in a second. But I have some basil growing here, and it's doing really well. I've been cutting it down quite a bit and pulling actually out some of the plants because they're just absolutely, it grows like crazy in this system. And then I also have watercress here. This, you can see, is watercress. And it's supposed to be an extremely healthy plant for you, filled with lots of vitamins and minerals and lots of iron and whatnot. So it's supposed to be really healthy for you. So I eat that on my salads every day as well. Yeah. So this tank here is doing really well at solo. Now I have setups over here now. I'm not completely done with it. I have to plumb some more lines in, but this is a 200-gallon tank here with a grow bed that I'm starting some more basil plants in here just to see if they'll take off in this system. And then I've got another 200-gallon tank here, and they are plumbed together back there with that with 2-inch PVC. I'm going to put in another 2-inch PVC closer here to you know, have more water circulation. And then this one overflows back into the sump tank. There's a 2-inch PVC back there, and it overflows into this sump tank here, which is a 110-gallon tank. I have a pool pump that I got for free down here that is incredibly strong. Pumps up through 3/4-inch PVC, and I have a thing to kind of divert it back to aerate the water and to keep the pressure from being too big or for being too high. And I pump the water up really high to this barrel here, this 30-gallon barrel. And in there, it's kind of an angle. It angles that way to make a swirl, and it swirls really fast where it creates like a tornado effect. And at the very bottom, I have a bulkhead that's connected to here that I can drain everything out. And that swirl filter keeps all the solids kind of down towards the bottom, or it's supposed to. And then this pipe right here goes out into here and angles up. And so all of the water kind of overflows into it, into this tank, and then this tank overflows into that pipe, and if it gets too high, it overflows back into the sub tank here. And then it goes into this pipe, overflows into there, and it distributes water to these two grow beds, which then it goes into these grow beds, drops down into these tanks, and they overflow back into the sump. So it's been running. I've tested it and it runs fine. I just I want to add some more pipes there for plumbing to kind of make things a little bit more flow better, you know. So I put this goldfish in there, I guess maybe yesterday or the day before, and he's still living. So I guess the water's close to being safe for him to be in. I've got a really big air pump. It has 12 outlets on it. And I have it all kind of plumbed down to there. And some places for lights and to hang plants. I want to grow tomatoes in here and see how that fares in aquaponics. So, but I'm getting close to the end of this video, so thanks for watching, and I'll send out some more updates soon. Thanks.